California dream. Da, na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. What are we gonna listen to in the afternoon? I suck at this. I want Pink Floyd would make me sleepy. So even though I loved the suggestion by one of my friends, I'm not sure I'll do it. Rock, that's basically what I listen to every day. Let's go with Beyonce or Ritvis. I'll try Ritvis and see how I feel about it. Ritvis today. All right, here I am again, streaming because it helps me focus. Before I lost my agenda, I have it elsewhere. Let me retrieve it. So before lunch, we reached a point where I think I figured out what was wrong with I'm listening and feeling like dancing. What was wrong with my build that I wanted to I want to check out a specific branch to compile that one, and my build file for OSS Fuzz is not working, but the conclusion that I reached was that that's because our Docker file is cloning with depth 1, so that means we are trying to save space and downloading times, so we are not fetching everything, and therefore Git doesn't find the branch that I want to check out. And I know where the change could be made. It could either be, am I sharing my screen? I am, right? Changes could be done here. So if I did it here, it would work. Or, and I want to explore that option just because, or, yeah, well, I'm curious. Or I think I could, where is it? I'm going, check out. Yeah, there it is. The alternative is to change my Git config, so it will not affect the clone, so it would not affect the downloading time for that part, but it would allow me to fetch / check out a different branch, which could mean I'm just postponing downloading times and the issue with space. I'm not sure. I don't know if git cloning without depth is the same as having the other difference and then doing git fetch all. I might want to check that later, again out of curiosity. But before I get really started, and I'm really slow, I know that, I'll just add the agenda here, starting, and this helps me, so that's another reason why I keep it, starting with. And why do I like to try to have this agenda? And it's the same reason why I do these and I keep talking and all of that, is because I have a real issue with focus, and this is helping. I'm very chaotic. I manage to do things, but I'm always going back and forth doing many things at once, and I'm trying to get better. Right, so let's go. First, so this is the although this would be simple here, it would mean I would have to rebuild the image, because this is the Docker file will be used when we create the image for the Docker, right? So I'm trying to avoid that as well. So that's another reason why I'm trying two different approaches. So what I was going after a bit before lunch was to, no, it's not print a variable that I want now. I want to, from a bash script. So here, before I do git fetch here, I thought I could edit the git config file, but I don't know how to do it. So I want to do something like vim and replace. So that's what I'm trying to go for. Bash script. So it's too loud. Too loud. Yeah, so bash script, write to file, write text, edit file. Because it's not just writing, it's not just I have this and I want to put into any file. I want to edit an existing file. Find and replace inside a text file from a bash command. This sounds promising. 2009, not 29. I like this song so much that I'll share it. How do I do it? I'm slow. I'm sorry. I think it's post lunch listening to. All right, I'm back. What is the simplest way to do a find and replace for a given input string, say ABC, and replace with another string, say XYZ, in file papapa? I am writing an app and using IronPython to execute commands through SSH, but I don't know, excuse me, Unix that well and don't know what to look for. I've heard that Bash, apart from being a command line interface, can be a very powerful scripting language. So if this is true, I assume you can perform actions like these. I think I'm pretty sure you can, but what do I know? Can I do it with Bash? And what's the simplest one-line script to achieve my goal? The easiest way is to use, I will say sed. I'm sorry if that's not the way. Is to use sed or perl. Sed, IE, then the same command that I could use on Vim, I guess, temp file blah, which will invoke sed to do an in-place edit due to the I option. This can be called from Bash. If you really want to use just Bash, then the following can work. While ifs read r a do equal done. Yeah, no, I prefer the sed option. I want to test it first. Can I test it with my? No, not there. I need it. Come on, go there. All right, let's go to somewhere. Let's see, I'm just going to any folder where I have Git. Although I don't know if it will be here. Yeah, it is there. So if I try, let's first see what I have there. Good. Okay. Nope. What do we have there? Oh, because it's not the main one. Surikachi. Surikata 0. Okay, let's. Okay. So with fetch, what was the command? I forgot. Remote origin fetch. So this is what is being checked. But here we already have the right thing. What if I wanted to change this to the wrong thing? And how do I make sure I'm not messing up with the wrong? I also know it's possible to combine commands, but how would that be done there? Well, I suppose that is the so many things. I don't have Victor's remote any longer. Anyway, okay, this line here. So if I tried sed IE, then what yeah, that is an issue here. So I want to replace. I guess I can let go of this. Do I have to escape this and this and this? Do I have to escape this one? What a mess. This sounds so wrong. This is the original. Awful. And now here I'll do the opposite. Where I had the asterisks, I will add the I'll add master. So this was just for replacing. I don't recall what G does. I have 101 views. I think I want to keep it like that. And the file is git config. Now let's see what happened. Why do I have a feeling that I messed up badly with what I used to have? And I have both the same string. Origin is there. Fetch heads. This part looks all right. Doesn't look like I messed up too much with things. Yeah, or it's wait, it did not change. No, it did. Apparently it did work. So let's try that huge command. Kids, don't try to do that at home. Not here, it was. I'm sorry. Except that it's the opposite. So here, instead of that, we will have this. Then we have this, and here it's the opposite. And now, after this beautiful, let's see, escaped this, escaped this, this one is not needed. We're escaping this. This is not necessary. All right. Let's see what happens now. This is Zhu trying something different. And now we see what's the result. Will I be able to build things now? Will it find the branch that I'm looking for without me having to rebuild the image that is? Let's find out. That moment when you forget your password. All right. Meanwhile, I will try to find news about a friend, and there aren't any. Why don't people talk to me when I want them to? This is important. Oh, look. Okay, so far so good, but this part was working before. Did you make it past the contribution phase? If yes, please drop tips. What could I do? I'll do something crazy, but just because it's truly not a shameless plug. It's because I don't feel much like typing. So if the person wants to join while I keep trying to build this, then we could do two things at once. If not, I'll later on I will later on collect a few things, share the blog by poll, because I think that one is really cool, and possibly I think Sumera also has a good blog post about it. Maybe I do as well. I think I shared some of those tips not long ago, so I'll try to retrieve that. But mosquitoes, if the person wants to join my stream, I can try to say something. If you want to ask questions, I hope that doesn't sound weird, but I just suggested that someone who has questions about the contribution phase or Outreachy to join the stream so they can ask questions, and I will answer them live. I am Juliana. Don't ask me anything. Just a few things. We are reaching the point where things fail, I think. Yeah, that's why I wanted to if the person joined, because then I would be able to just say things while I looked at my screen and hoped it would not fail. And now it fails soon. We are reaching the place where okay, soon, but not yet. All right, replaced. Fetching. The part seems to be working. Yeah. So we just, as I was expecting earlier, I think we just replaced the moment where we will be waiting for downloading and all of that. So the thing still has to happen. It's just a different moment. All right. So apparently it worked, but yeah, it's not meant for modifications, which is fine, really. I just want to be able to reproduce. I don't want to be able to change things here. So this ugly thing that makes me feel what's a good word? Unknowledgeable, because I have to do something that doesn't look great. At least it works. So thumbs up for things that work. magic library not found. We seem to be moving forward. I'll close the Docker file. I don't think I'll be needing it now. And I think we'll be good with the build script as well. So I'll just be waiting with this part. Excuse me. We will have to do this, copy the things to the right place. So, why do I want to hear news from my friends? Because I know that at least 2 of them, no, come back, my string. I know that at least 2 of them applied to Outreachy, and I'm curious to know how did they go. So I demanded news, but I was ignored. They are busy. Just because it's afternoon and they are probably working or studying or who knows, busy. I want to know. All right, it's compiling. Can I move forward in my research about, yeah, I was also doing this, trying to figure out how do we have a child project or a sub-project on Read the Docs, which would be useful if we want to have our user guide separately from our user, if we want to have our user guide separate from our dev guide, but still on Read the Docs. That I'm trying to investigate if that would be a solution, because we are just moving to a state where we will have the dev guide inside the user guide, but if it gets too big, that can be problematic. But let's see. Set up sub-project. If this project is not the main documentation project, then it needs to be set up as a sub-project of the main documentation project. This will create a sub-project link for your project under, which is what I'm trying to achieve. All right. Note, either the main documentation project's committers or LF's, LF is the project, I'm okay. We'll need to perform this step, okay. Go to the main documentation projects, read the docs admin page. Yeah. So once we have set up the sub-project, things should work. So what we would need, I think it has to do with what we have. It's probably here. And then we have I'm trying to understand how does one set up the sub-project still. And I think this is related. it is also possible to have a YAML which is connected to read the docs. Maybe this did not make it to master, or I'm just missing it. Read the docs. Source templates project. Sub. No. We tried to have something. I'm trying to think, and that is that moment. This is that moment when I realize I cannot really do both things well. I saw someone mention something about sub-projects. I think it was Jason. Do you think Rust is slow to build? Okay, anyway, I think Jason is right, and we worry about this when it happens. This might be a possible path to explore at some point. But not right now. Right now it's short enough that we don't have to worry about it. And then it's like those famous last words. Did I break the image? I have. Oh, someone's application got approved. Yay! Yay! Yeah, I just did a little bit of celebration. I won't mention who the person is because I don't know if they want to, but yeah, I'm happy for them. Now the scariest part arrives, I think, which is when you have to. I just posted about that this week, when you have to really find a community that makes sense to you and introduce yourself to the community, and well, find a task you feel you can contribute to and get to interact with the community, all of that. That is an interesting moment, and it's cool. It's very cool. I'm dancing, but I'm also celebrating. Okay. What else can I do? I don't have social media tasks. I'm following such an unorthodox way of building this that I don't think I can. I could probably make it into a tutorial, but it would be an unofficial one. I think maybe it could be a blog post. I mean, in a forum post, I mean. da da. Where are my friends? Show up. Tell me if you got approved. I want to know. Very slow. Le vendredi 25. What else? So once this is done, we will go back to building the fuzzers. We are here, and once this is done, we will copy my crash artifact, which is generated by CI fuzz, and we will then, once we have it in our Docker I hope use this just to reproduce it, to see how it goes. But this is not debugging yet. But considering I will have done all the other unstable, ooh, that's bad. I think it's because of all the processing. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, but as I was saying, considering that I will have run built the image and the fuzzers, maybe I'll be able to do these because I'm not running from inside the Docker. So maybe I'll be able to follow that one now. Hopefully. And with the right artifacts this time. What else can I do while we wait? Guess I could export. Have I exported already? How many we have for today? I want to see 2 videos. Okay, I have 1 more episode to export for today. For now. It's not there. This. Oh, why do I have two? Oh, this is being broadcasted, that's why. So I'm organizing stream videos while I wait. March 25. Let's fetch the description or summary that I gave earlier to the past session. The good thing is that I believe the the person who asked for help probably got selected, so I'm happy for them. All right, let's check this thread. All right, I did not write what we did manage to do. So I will have to come up with a description. I wonder if it probably is annoying because I'm dancing and the mic keeps touching my this bone, whatever one calls it. I knew the name, but I forgot. So what was the description? Once again, getting started with running Suricata CI fuzz with OSS fuzz and Docker locally to chase and fix CI fuzz failure locally. What else? Current challenge being addressed. Using the right repository branch locally. Challenge not totally surpassed in this session. Okay, we have a description. And now that we have it, I can export it. Also things maybe not going as expected in the file, from what I can see. It worked. It finished. I don't know if it worked. All right. These errors I'm seeing all the time. I could probably check if I also see them in our CI, but for now I'll assume this went well. Now let's copy the test case. So we will, where is it? it's crash artifact, it's address artifacts, crash. There it is, and I want to copy it into the Docker image, but it's not done yet, so we will put it, yes, there, because then it will go to the right place. Or maybe it won't. And you got your password wrong. Okay, so this part is done. This was copied. Think fuzzers were built, hopefully. Now let's try running this with debug from a different perspective, because when I tried on Monday, I guess, well, last week, I did not manage to use the right branch with GDB. On Monday, I think I was with the same issue, so I was able to reproduce the artifact, but I did not have the correct code that would make that fail. So I got a different figure, and now in theory things are as they should be. So let's see how that goes, and talking like that is difficult, but let's infra helper py shell, which will put us inside the container, but with specific debug settings. So it installs GDB, Valgrind. Do I have news from my friends? I'll spend the whole afternoon like that. Okay, there we are. At least this part was fast. Okay, so GDB, let's pass the arguments. Why do I have to use Suricata? Okay, the first target is fuzz predev pcap aware, and then we want out Suricata again, because I did that, I guess, and crash something. Yes, this is what should be done. I find this weird. I hope it's not an issue. If I try to run it now, what will happen? It worked. It worked. Now comes the most complicated part, which is debugging. I will do a short break. It's 49 minutes. I think it's the perfect moment for a break. And when I come back, we will see to what extent I'm able to debug with GDB here, and how able I am to even understand what should be done, because I didn't expect to see that assertion fail. So Yeah, I'll try to put some breakpoints and see what's going on. And I'll see if I manage to, although that would not make sense, but maybe if I manage to bring the Suricata Verify test that we did just for this specific patch and see how it behaves. So yeah, one little step forward. In this session, we were able to locally run Suricata CI fuzz with OSS fuzz and Docker using a whatever branch repo you have without having to be Suricata's official repository, without having to be the master branch. So to give you more control to test your patch with something that will work, because these were not working for me. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, and I'll be right back soon, hopefully with news from my friends and Outreachy. Well, how did they go with this first phase? All right, thank you, bye, see you in a few